Jambo, fellow Ippies, and fellow adventurers the world over, and happy March 2018. This is the video portion of March's newsletter for certified infinite possibility trainers and for anyone else who would like to look and who can stand the announcements. As you are watching this, I am in New Orleans getting ready for our one annual live Infinite Possibilities Train the Trainer in 2018. I'm pre-recording this before having arrived, so I can already visualize that as you're watching this, the fun is happening, the family is increasing, and I'd like to invite all of you, therefore, to be among the first to welcome our brand new family members to the Ippie community. Speaking of conferences, this is the one and only live one. Of course, you can tell your friends to do the online video course at Hay House at any point during the year, but it's time to start thinking about 2019, and I'd love for you to send to Regina or to post on our Facebook groups where you'd like the next training to be. In the USA, Toronto's on my mind. In Canada, time to go back overseas, I'm not sure. I've heard several people say, it was a lot of fun in Seattle. It was a great location, a hop, skip, and a jump to downtown, right near the airport. We could look at that again. So let us know where you'd like 2019's one and only live event to be. Maybe somewhere brand new. Quick announcement. Playing the Matrix, the book, came out about 4 months ago. Thank you so much for all the support. It's been a huge success. And coinciding with that, Hay House released a video course, laser-focused series for Playing the Matrix. Many of you asked for new material to teach and to share with your groups. If you're Matrix certified, I invite you to use my laser-focused program. Of course, you'd have to participate in it first. Right now, of the 6 laser-focused specialties in the series, we have coming up March 15th, 16th, and 17th, right about when you're watching this probably, at Hay House, there's a $99 discount for the livelihood course, which is 90 minutes of me talking about playing the Matrix for livelihood, creative, fulfilling work that you don't even think of as work, plus 90 minutes of a refresher of the Matrix for those who perhaps need a refresher, or an introduction if you've never participated in the Matrix. It's great core material. I teach stuff that no one else is teaching. It's perfect for an Ippie or for anyone watching to kind of raise the bar in your own life, avoid the Bermuda Triangle of manifestation, and reach those who have not yet been reached. Ippie questions. This is your chance once a month to ask us your questions. Ask me your questions about anything under the sun. Post them on the Facebook groups. Send them to Regina, and I'll do my best to get to all of the questions. The main topic that came in for me to address is Parkland, Florida, the mass shooting, the horrific, heinous, disgusting problem that you are undoubtedly all aware of, where to begin in addressing this. I'd like to personally begin addressing more societal issues, political issues, avoiding the divisiveness. I did that a month ago when I talked about the incoming ballistic missile warning in Hawaii and how we might all, feel about whether or not a preemptive strike would be called for. Now I want to talk about not gun control, and not necessarily mental sanity. Both need attention, but there's a deeper cause to the kind of things that lead to gun violence, mass shootings, and that is the unsettled component of our society, the disconnect that's long been there, but is now, due to heightened vibrations and energies, coming to the surface and manifesting in these disgusting ways. And the best way to get to that root core that's festering over into divisiveness, festering over into mass murder, festering over into, who knows what else is down the pike. I'll let your imagination go there. And one of the first things we can do, as I put in the recent Tut newsletter to all Notes from the Universe subscribers, is perhaps reconsider how we treat one another. And that is immediate in our own lives. How do you treat your kids, your spouse, your partner, your best friends? How do you treat your coworkers? How do you treat your neighbors? Are you always in a hurry? I so often think that if we condense any problem into something small and therefore manageable, we can see the truth. Our society has grown so fast that we've all turned into numbers and to rules, and me versus them. In a small little village, we all know each other's names. We all care for each other. We all look out for each other. It's just innate, and it's in our own nature to be like that. So what can we do to bring forth that hospitality, that political correctness, which is simply kindness and respect? What can we each do in our own lives? And this will make a difference, building towards tipping points, one Ippy at a time. Where could you be kinder so that we can repair the fabric of our society that's been torn by regulating us into numbers and to camps and to hierarchies and into different stratosphere where we don't even see ourselves in our brothers and sisters' eyes anymore. And the other thing I'd strongly recommend, because this leads not only to the overwhelm that blows up as mass shootings, but it leads to overwhelm in my life, undoubtedly in your life, like an exasperation, leading to this request. If you need help, any kind of help, just dealing with stress, learning meditation, borrowing a few bucks, ask for it. Please ask for it. We are all each other's brothers and sisters, keepers of our brothers and sisters. If you need help, ask for it. If someone asks you for help, do what you can to provide it and or redirect that person to help. As Ippies, we've talked about the importance of having safe boundaries with those we reach out to, those we facilitate, those we help. This is very important to consider right now. If someone asks you for help that you're not capable of giving, financial or emotional or whatever, help them find the help they need through a toll-free phone number if necessary. Be that help. Be your brothers and sisters' keepers, as I am doing right now and challenging myself to do a little bit more every single day. Some more specific questions along those lines. As a parent, Mike, how do you balance your human desire to keep my daughter safe with my spiritual knowledge that she is inherently safe as a soul, as a God particle in this bastion of order in the hallowed jungles of time and space? I got to tell you, it's challenging, and there is no doubt in my mind it's going to get more challenging for me as she becomes more and more independent and out there in the world. It's like, oh my gosh. But these are great challenges to have. And when pressed with the darkness, or when pressed with fear for your loved one's safety, we have no other alternative than to drill down to truth, to remind ourselves that we're living in a dream world, that we can only do what we can only do, that we ought to be doing what we can do, because the more we do to make our children or our loved ones independent and safe, the more the universe can do. This is that hoisting your sail. It takes the sailboat nowhere, but it avails you of life's magic. So it's incumbent upon us not just to trust the universe, but to trust the universe and do what we can, because we are that outstretched hand of the divine in all of our affairs. So do what you can with all you got from where you are, so that the universe can then add to that. And that's what I'm doing. I Google the technology every 6 months. Are there small, invisible personal trackers yet? I'm going to get those when they're feasible, and I know my daughter won't throw it in the trash can. And that's my responsibility. But at the same time, I'm not going to be hijacked by my fears. I do drill down, as we can all drill down, and whether or not it's our loved ones or our own well-being or our own health, our own recovery, our own healing, our own financial independence. Drill down to truth, realize you're a God particle, your thoughts become things. It has to happen when you move in the direction of your dreams. Therefore, physically doing something about your dreams every single day as the hand of God. Another question that came in, and thank you for these questions. I love to share, and I trust that I'm giving you what you looked for, or stirring the pot of ideas in each of your minds. What is one way that we can all remind ourselves that we are safe and secure when the daily news can be so scary? Okay, similar question. Ground yourself in truth. I remember my brother Andy, you all know Andy Dooley. He used to say when we were scared for our lives, launching the t-shirt company that was the forerunner of today's .com, when we were scared about finances, when we were scared about quitting our day job, when we were scared about everything, fear, he would say, when all else fails, read Seth. And that's a suggestion to you. When you feel fear, go to your touchstone, your grounding book, your inner connecting the dots, whatever it is for you, jogging, meditation, yoga, the Seth material, Neil Donald Walsh, infinite possibilities, going to our Raise the Vibe Facebook page, which, golly, it gets better every time I go there. There's so much joy. If you're not a member of the Raise the Vibe Facebook page, please check it out, because you will be reminded of love and beauty every single day with amazing posts of such. So that's what I do. I follow Andy's advice. I read Seth. I go within. I get grounded in truth. Last question. What do you like to visualize for the future that gives you hope in the here and now? Well, I still visualize every day. And as so many of my dreams have come true, from love to fulfillment to creative expression to money to travel, it's like so amazing. You become less inspired by, well, now I'm going to visualize a new destination. Now I'm going to visualize what? More money? Now I'm going to visualize. To answer your question, I visualize high fives, warm hugs, happy tears, and tasting the salt of those happy tears. I remember, I visualize meeting people I admire in the world today that I don't yet know physically. And while I salute them and their accomplishments, I hear them, my idols, saluting and honoring my accomplishments. And it's just like, oh my gosh. And yeah, it feels fake. Yeah, it feels silly. Yeah, it's not necessarily easy to do. And I know that if you're just getting started out, or if you're feeling frustrated, it's like that's like a million miles away. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. And tone it down a little bit if that makes it easier. But, I still visualize meeting, world leaders that I admire. I still visualize meeting, performers that I admire, and having the time of my life with friends, hugs and high fives. That's what I visualize. And the only way that can come to pass is if peace and harmony and order fill and flood my life today. This is how we do it. We start with the end and let the universe work backwards to where we are today. Followed up with baby steps in the direction of our wildest dreams. So, fellow adventurers, lots of love. Peace out. I'm in New Orleans right now. I don't know where you are, but my thoughts are with you. My love is with you, and I can't wait till our paths cross again. Tally ho, and remember, you are adored.